What's good, everybody? Voice of Flex here, back after a long hiatus. I won't go into the details just yet of why I took that hiatus, but I am back again. New place, new room setup, new stream setup, which I will also be doing a tour of once my new gaming chair comes in. As you can see, I still have the old one, and once I put the other shelves up, I got the one up there, but there's two more that have to go up. So once everything is complete, I'll do a room tour and a full breakdown video of why I took that hiatus. But for now, we are back again. For those that are still here, I appreciate each and every one of you, and just know that I am not leaving again, because this message is too important, and we got to do what we got to do, and we have to take care of the responsibilities and make sure that all of us are spreading the knowledge that we need to be spreading, especially in these times. So, with that being said, I am back again, and today we are going to be doing a reaction video to Bimbo tried calling Myron out, but got checkmated easily. Haven't watched it. One of the few fresher fit clips I have not seen, but let's see what we got.
Okay, so I don't believe that women only date guys for money. Like, I don't believe that that's everybody's, because
Who?
the
I never said
reality
that.
is
Who said that? I never said that.
I
said it's a component of attraction.
Okay. Yes,
But
I
you
agree
said,
with that.
oh,
But
that's
that's
what
not
you're
how you
looking for.
said it, though.
He's-
That's not how you said
That's
it.
how he said it.
Okay.
And we broke it down earlier.
I mean, I didn't I ask earlier, hey, who has more requirements of the opposite gender? Didn't I ask that?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you said women, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So money is a component of those things, correct?
Yep.
So how is it that
money is the most? But you're saying that it's the most important?
it's
Security.
one of the most important? Yeah,
Okay.
it is
all
one
right.
of the most important by far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Okay.
not even my opinion. That's a fact.
It's
Right.
called providing.
Financial
It is a
security
fact.
is one of the
Mhm.
most important factors that women look for when screening for mates. This has
Facts.
been how it's been since the beginning of time.
Right. And also, since the beginning of time, men have always gone above and beyond to provide for women, correct? Like,
Yes.
from the
Yeah.
beginning of
But
time.
why are they doing it?
So,
Hold on. Why are they doing it?
who, men?
Yeah.
Because they want pussy.
So therefore, it's important.
Okay, right. It's important.
your friends
the
laughing at you.
dynamic, the
No,
dynamic.
it's the way she said it. I'm not laughing.
The dynamic. Hold on. The dynamics is important. It's the way that it is. So it's like you're saying, oh, women are emotional and they lack critical thinking and all this shit. And it's like,
They do.
first of all, that's not true.
It is
There's
true.
a lot of women that can sit here with and go head.
This exact conversation proves that that's true, and you can see it if you rewind 20 seconds or however long it was. They said that's not how he said it. He was saying that's a component of attraction, which is true. We all know that women look for a man that is somewhat high status, whether that be, or high value, whether that be the job that they have, the amount of connections that they have, the car they drive, the house they have. All these things play a factor into whether they are attracted to you or not. Very rarely does the guy working at McDonald's or Starbucks get the 10 out of 10 that has DMs from NBA players. But we all know that that's how it is. And she even said, okay, no, yeah, you're right. And they were like, that's not how he said it. He's just saying that's a component of it. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah. But then now she's like, oh, yeah, they lack critical thinking skills. You're proving it by arguing with him about how he said it, because you're reacting off of emotion instead of reacting based off of the logic and what the words were that he stated.
Head to head with you
Really?
all day long. Yes, that Princella lady. You guys were so
Oh, auntie.
auntie.
She got
yes.
roasted.
Oh, she did not get roasted.
She
You
got
guys,
destroyed.
but
Yo,
of course it's gonna
yo.
look like that
Damn
on
near
here.
business about her for
bro.
days. She got
But
roasted.
listen.
She had no factual points.
But because you guys railroad the
No,
woman. If you guys
The
sat
audience
there and
roasted her. She was
Okay.
talking nonsense.
of course they're gonna these are the non-critical thinkers. Like,
Okay.
what do you mean? Like,
So
of course
going-
they're gonna
so-
agree with.
Real quick, I'm going to also touch on that. That's not true. The fact that she immediately attacked the audience of their platform says a lot, because one, at no point did anybody insult her. I haven't been checking the comments, but a lot of times they'll joke about stuff, but they won't directly insult people or make hateful comments. And neither Fresh nor Fit have insulted her, but she immediately went to insulting them. And the reality of the situation is the reason why they have such a big platform is because most people, or I should say most men, think the way that they're talking about. So the fact that she's insulting them just shows really the level of immaturity and lack of critical thinking on her behalf, because if no one agreed with what they were saying, they wouldn't have blew up and had the platform that they have. So
just so that we can make sure that we're organized here, because you said first you said, oh, money's everything. I said, no, it's not everything, but it's important. Then you say,
okay.
Oh, well,
it is important, but it's not something that is like, oh, I'm gonna date that guy over this guy who's not making money because he has money.
But
That's
do you
not
realize that you
necessarily
immediately
true.
followed that up by then
That's
saying,
not true.
well, men have been providing for women for years. And I'm
Right.
like,
Well, no.
then I said, why?
I said that because to say this. I said that to say this
Go ahead.
because you think that women should tone it down and not think that they're special and this and that, but that's the dynamic. If in me I say I'm special, I'm too special for you, then you're gonna work harder to get me.
No.
Maybe not you, but there are men that will go above and beyond because they feel like she's special. There's
For
something
sex.
about her. It doesn't matter, but
does
it's the
matter.
dance.
Okay,
This is
you're
just
saying
the way
from before,
that it
correct?
is.
You're saying from before?
From before what?
You're saying it's been like that for the longest.
Forever, since women and men have walked the earth. It's
Now,
always
what's
in
the
every
difference?
single
No,
animal.
you're right. You're
Uh-huh.
absolutely right. But what was different from back then
He got
to
you.
now?
You're done.
What was
He got
different
you.
from back then to now? Yeah, you fucked up.
How did I fuck up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You triggered my
But yeah, what was different from back then to now?
What's different from back then?
Yeah, why were men like busting their asses and being willing to provide security, etc., like you said, and worked hard to get women back
Because
then?
I feel
they
like I
had
know
the
what I was
upper
about to
hand
say.
in
No,
everything. That
because
was just their role.
women
though.
were
That
virgins
was-
and
They
were
had the upper
sacred
hand, but they
and
did all the work to get the
They
girl.
had
weren't
they had the
promiscuous.
upper hand as far as like money, opportunities. Like
Right.
there's not really like women had to go with men. Like you had to be a housewife, or else what happens? What happens?
That's not
Women
what I asked.
couldn't even
though.
have a fucking bank account till when? When
Uh-oh.
like you had to
No,
be
I'm asking.
married.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
see if
like,
I'm
the
right.
goal
Why
was to
did
be
men?
married.
But why did men do all
Now
that?
it's not like that. Women have more choices. Women have more opportunity. That's why it's not like that.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Right
man.
over the head, right?
The reason why men worked harder back then and why
Mm-hmm.
men courted women back then is because they would be able to be rest assured
Mm-hmm.
that their wife was a virgin,
What did I say?
would be dutiful in the household,
Yep.
be able to give them children.
What did I say? I literally called it because back then, women understood that the man that they were settling down with and they were choosing was whether he was some type of entrepreneur, however it broke down, in history, they knew that that man could provide for her and the family that they would then endure. And the man did all of those things to build his value up as a person in their society or their tribe, whatever, because he knew that whenever he did find a wife, she would be beautiful, she would be sacred and pure, and he knew that he had the what's the word I'm looking for? He knew he could be secure in the fact that he knew his wife had never been touched, never been tainted. And yes, have we escalated in this as a society to where there are some women that are close to it, for sure. But just in general, the overall feminist movement have made it to where women feel like it's okay to have 50, 100, 200 bodies. It's like, bro, that's not okay. It's never been okay. It's only been okay these last 40, 50 years. And because of that, men are now trying to show you that, no, we are still somewhat the prize. We work hard to build our value, so we're not going to go with you, and we can go with the woman that is willing to take care of us and has not been ran through, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is. But they just can't accept that. But it's just crazy that I had that shit right.
Friend, wasn't promiscuous, wasn't being annoying,
Loyal.
would be loyal. She would be able to raise his children well, and he'd be able to not have to worry about getting divorced. So
Okay.
the reason why men did this back then is because they were able to rest assured and get a high quality woman with a regular factory job. But those days have changed, haven't
Yep.
they?
They
We
have.
have women now that make their own money.
Yeah.
They're more promiscuous than they've ever been. They're more masculine than they've ever been. They're more annoying. they're more crass, they're more rude, they think they're equal to a man, right? All these things, they're more educated, which ends up making them more masculine in general. So men now have to work a lot harder for a woman that's lower quality.
So what's the solution? What do you think should happen then? Well, how would your society look?
I respect her
Well,
for
here's the
If
asking
you could
that,
change everything,
even
if
though
you can
she's
make
doing
things
it in a
exactly the way Myron's
condescending
world
way.
should be, how do you think it should be?
Well, here's the thing. You
Literally
got to identify
condescending.
the problem first.
Uh-huh.
And when you say, I put women down, no, I don't. I tell women to be realistic about where
Yep.
they actually stand.
Okay.
Most women really
They take it as being put down because no one ever tells them the reality of the situation and the reality of their actions have consequences. Most people are trying to fuck them and like, oh yeah, I love you, you're attractive, you're hot, whatever, let's go on dates. Or, you know, the girlfriend's like, oh yeah, slay, bitch, slay. No, he actually keeps it 100 with them. And because of that, they take it as, oh, it's Myron's world, or oh, he's putting women down. No, he's just telling you how it really is.
don't deserve a good man like that. Because most girls have a shitty past, have emotional issues, have a lot of trauma, etc., coming in with kids, and they think they deserve a 6'5" millionaire. And I'm saying, if you do get that guy, you should thank fucking God that you got him.
Okay.
Be the best girlfriend that you could be, not be like all these other girls, and understand that you need to treat him like a fucking king, and you're not that special. He has more
Right.
sexual
Okay.
market value than you. The reality is most girls, okay, overinflate their sense of self-worth because of
Right.
Instagram, social media,
Yep.
dating apps, etc. They think, I got 1,000 DMs, I deserve the best guy ever.
Yep.
Not necessarily.
No. They conflate sexual value versus relational value. And I think that's the overarching issue with today's society, is that with Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, mainly Instagram, and even Facebook and stuff like that, most women get so many messages, get hit on so much, and they conflate the value that they're receiving from those messages, which all these men are just wanting to fuck you. They don't care to actually date you or wife you up or whatever. But women, because of how they view things, they conflate that attention with their value in the sexual marketplace on a relational level. And it's like, no, just because you get 10 DMs a day or 100 DMs a month or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean that you have all of those guys ready to wife you up and have a family with you. No, it just means that you have that many men ready to just fuck you. And they can't see it that way because in their lens, from a woman's standpoint, a woman's not going to approach you unless she actually considers you a potential partner, whereas a man will approach you just because they are attracted to you physically. So because of that, they conflate that issue. So
Not
Okay.
necessarily.
Okay. And do you give that same advice to men?
Yes, I tell men in today's day and age, which I'm way hard on the men, by the way, I tell them, you need to have money. You need to get in shape. You need to get your shit together, because women have the highest standards that they've ever had before, even though they don't necessarily deserve it.
Raise the bar.
Yeah, but men are
Raise
working.
the-
Yeah.
like, you see how she's like not even trying to listen to what he's saying, not trying to understand, not trying to hear him out. She's just ready to respond, has a, smug face, and immediately just has a rebuttal for, yeah, girls have the highest standard they've ever had before. Raise the bar. Like, it's just so NPC, not actually willing to have the conversation and the discourse. And it's just frustrating. And I respect Myron, because a lot of times there are situations where girls are genuinely like, are you not even existing in this reality? I'm telling you all these things and you're hearing snippets, or the way I say it makes you feel a certain type of way. And I respect that he keeps such a stoicism, but that is the reality, is that most people in this world today with social media, and then women especially, don't ever listen to what you're saying. They just listen to respond, or they just listen to be engaged in some type of conversation and feel like they have attention.
You have to.
No. But here's the thing. You're missing the point here. Men today have to work 10 times harder than their grandfathers for girls that are 10 times worse.
Bam.
Do you see what I mean here?
Okay.
Yep.
Like, a guy, right, has to make a lot of money to attract a woman that isn't a
My phone
virgin,
just fell.
might have a kid, has trauma, is gonna give him
That's
an
good,
attitude,
though.
probably coming with a career, making her own money. Nigga, you can't tell me shit. She's corrupted by feminism, etc. Well, that's terrible.
Okay, but what do you do about it? What's the solution then?
Well, the solution is
Go to Colombia.
women, right? Yeah, that's part of it.
Good luck. I'm Colombian, and I can tell you it does not get any better over there.
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
I can tell you it doesn't.
It
No, it
does.
does
It
not.
totally does. Because at least
Piss her
there,
off and see what happens.
no, but at least over there, she's gonna understand that she's a woman, you're a man, and there's that dichotomy. Versus
Okay.
here, women think that they could talk to you like a man and act like a man, all this
Yeah.
other stuff, and they still deserve a man. And the reality is no. So a lot of guys actually, it's a whole movement called the Passport Bros. Guys are leaving the United States and going to find girls in other places.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
here's and this
I'm
is
not disagreeing with you, by the way. I agree with the dynamic being a lot tougher now. And yeah, it's true. I mean, listen, I'm not disagreeing with that because I see it myself. There are women that
so
are
how am I
definitely
anti-woman
So
if
what
I'm
are
telling the
you-
truth?
what are you saying?
because it's just listen.
You
It's
just
the
talk
way
talk,
he's
man.
saying
No,
it.
I
swear to
don't.
God.
It's the way
If you're
he's
agreeing with what
saying
I'm
it.
saying,
No, I
that means
don't.
you're anti-woman too.
No.
Or will you accept the fact that I just tell the truth and you might not like it,
Yep.
but it is what it is. Women need to bring their standards down a bit. Men need to get themselves together, and the reality
Meet
is
in
we
the
gotta bring
middle?
families back. What do you mean be in the middle?
Meet in the middle.
I mean there really isn't any meeting in the middle because at the end of the day, men need to become better. Women need to lower their standards, but women aren't going to lower their standards because every girl thinks that they're special. The same mindset you literally were just fighting for a second ago.
So then the solution is men just need to
No, the solution is
Be better.
we go find women that
No, you need to
understand
go
the
somewhere
value
with
be
of
them. I
better.
appreciate you.
Well, okay.
Or find girls that do
Okay.
appreciate you that come from
said
a
it.
two-parent household that understand
Yep.
the importance of a masculine leader, etc., and not date girls that are hoes.
All right.
And-
So it's not here in
1000%.
America.
And no,
You can
So
find
you
it.
there
gotta
are
go.
good women in
You
America.
gotta- you
There
gotta
are.
go, Jack.
Look next to you. They
Uh-huh.
are here. The problem is there's not too many of them.
There's not
Yep.
too many of them.
And you got to
Right.
really become an exceptional man to get a girl halfway decent or whatever. Basically, you're working 10 times harder. It's like hoflation. You're working 10 times harder for
get
girls
that
that are
much
10 times
lesser of a-
worse. If
right.
I'm going to be all the way 1,000.
Yeah.
Your great-grandfather in the United States was able to work a factory job making, $2 an hour and have a wife at home, stay home, not
Dutiful.
be a whore, have kids, cook and clean, not give them a headache, prepare food, all that shit. You ain't getting that no more.
No,
Even if
it's
you're a
not.
multimillionaire, you ain't going to get that.
Yep.
That's facts.
So explain that to me, how you could be a top 1%, if not less guy,
Uh-huh.
and still not have a girl that's going to submit and follow your lead.
Barely.
And here's the other crazy part. This is something very interesting. Mexican family comes into the country. They come together, right? Father, wife, kids come in, right?
I think I know where he's going
He
with
could
this.
barely work a fucking job. He can't even put food on the table a lot of times. But what's his wife doing? She's standing by his side, supporting him. Then he eventually does find a job, takes care of them. Not making that much money, but she's still staying home, taking care of him, etc. But she's fucking by his side. But they're poor. So you're telling me a guy comes to this country illegally and is able to get a submissive, dutiful wife making no fucking money. Meanwhile, me trying to date a girl in America, becoming a millionaire, blah, 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 but you're still disrespecting me.
But she a
Tell me that's a
queen.
good trade.
She a queen though.
Tell me that's a good trade.
She a queen, Mark.
And that's why so many guys are going to Latin America. That's why so many
Right.
guys are going to the Philippines. That's why so many guys are going to Eastern Asia. Because a guy that's illegally present in the United States without a job can still get a submissive woman by his side, but you would never get that shit in the United States, even as a top tier guy. That's why.
I think that speaks volumes too, because a lot of people don't realize that the issues we deal with here in America, between, I'm not going to name them, but the community that has a flag for them, and mental health, and all these things that we quote unquote fight here in America, people don't realize. And then just in this situation with women saying, oh, I deserve a man that makes this amount of money and looks this way, and I'm a queen, I deserve him, I'm a 10, whatever. People don't realize that that's literally only America and western parts of Europe. I mean, Canada too, kinda, and Australia, but just in general, like Western society. Whereas, 70-80% of the world, maybe a little less, maybe like 60 to 70% of the world, majority of the world, is not like that. If anything, it's the complete opposite. It's, you can't express how you feel because that doesn't matter. In some countries, being a certain way will get you killed or jailed or whatever, and women understand that their value is their beauty, or their value is finding a good man to take care of them, and they take care of their man, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just sad because of the feminist movement, we seem to forget that all the rest of the world is not like this. Like he just said, a guy can come from Mexico illegally with his wife and children, and she will stay by his side because she understands that this is the man that I love. This is the man I want to take care of. This is the man I want to build up. This is the man I will continuously nurture, and his kids, and we will figure it out. Whereas over here in America, it's, oh, he can't do this for me, I'm going to leave him. He can't do this for me, I'm going to find the next guy. And that mentality is why we've gotten to the point we've gotten to today.
That's why so many dudes are fucking pissed off and annoyed with females.
DeMarco.
That's the truth. That's really what it is. And most guys would never admit this shit. Like, they won't say it, but that's what it is, man.
They won't say it because they're scared of getting canceled, or they won't say it because, you know, it's not politically correct, and women will just continuously attack you for it. But yet, at the end of the day, they respect the men that act this type of red pill way. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully you got some good clips out of that. I'm gonna upload them on TikTok. Y'all know the deal from last time. I still have the TikTok active. It's the same as the channel. It's just Voice of Flex. So I'll upload some of the snippets out of there. And hey, if y'all find any clips out of this that you want to take and upload as well and make a channel out of it, and you think it's valuable information, more power to you. I'm definitely not going to be mad at that. I think we can start a wave, and just like every other thing, it just adds to the narrative on this side of, we're not going to put up with this shit anymore. This whole red pill space, there's some aspects of it that are negative in a sense, but most of it is very positive, especially for men, and because of that, they want to silence us. So if you find anything of value in here and you want to upload it to your channel, your TikTok, your whatever, definitely do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be back at least a video every other day, if not every day. And once I have the new gaming chair in, the shelves in, and everything about my room is complete, I will give you guys a tour, and I will also, in that video, or maybe a separate video, do a breakdown of why I took that break and just everything going on in my life right now. But we're doing good. Make sure y'all hit the gym, do your push-ups, and I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one.